How's it going, guys? Just wanted to do a sort of post-PAX video thing, and once again, the lighting in here is very not good. I've explained this a couple other times that it's like energy-saving light bulbs, which is cool and all, but it doesn't make for good energy or good lighting. Sorry. And in some of the other videos, people have pointed out that my room is kind of crooked. The table that this computer, or the monitors at least, sit on is kind of like it curves in. I don't know if that's concave or convex. I'd imagine probably concave if I have the right, form of term. But I could be wrong, and I don't like to do things where I may be completely wrong. I like to give myself a little bit of some wiggle room. There you go. Still can't figure stuff out, but the monitor sits on like a curve, and it makes things look kind of screwed up. And I'm too lazy to fix it or get a new table. So I'm back from PAX, which was really cool. Surprisingly, when we had the fan meetup, probably at least 5 or 6 people asked me, how'd you like the city? Because we remember that you wanted to move here one day. And I don't even remember what videos I talked about today. I know it was like at least 1 or 2 Mario videos and maybe a couple others, but by far, so far, to all the cities that I visited, which is only a small handful. I like Seattle the best, even more than Chicago, which I didn't live in the heart of Chicago. Chicago's a pretty big city that it kind of goes out into more suburby areas, or suburbia, but it's still technically Chicago, so I lived in sort of those areas, and this thing's trying to focus weird. I can see it every time I look away to think. But I liked it. Unfortunately, it didn't rain. I think they had like a 40 or 50 some odd day drought without rain, which is kind of odd for Seattle, I guess. I don't know. I just know it rains there a lot, usually in the fall, winter, spring, those times, but no rain when we were there. Landing in, there was no rain. There was some cloud cover on the day that we had left, but not much. So PAX was pretty cool. It wasn't my first PAX. Ever since we went to PAX East earlier in the year, it seems like a lot of the conventions sort of followed that. It was kind of similar stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of new stuff that we hadn't seen at PAX or RTX or E3. So it was kind of like a repeat sort of thing. The thing to go for is just meeting people, networking, stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. For the first day, we had a bunch of stuff to do with Machinima, and the second day, I can't remember what we did exactly. And then the third day, I just kind of hung out at the Machinima/Realm booth and played random nerd games with people, which was pretty cool. So it was fun. It was good. I'm glad to be back. As for other conventions that we may go to this year, there are 2 that I can think of. Minecon and New York Comic Con, which both are pretty up in the air and questionable as to who will be going or if we'll be going. Minecon more than New York Comic Con. I know James and Dan and I had expressed interest in going to New York Comic Con. Minecon, however, will be in Paris, France, I believe. None of us speak French. It will be somewhat costly to get there, and it would pretty much be like 2 days of travel, or a day of travel, and then like waiting a day while we're there just to have a cushion, and then it would be the event, which is 2 or 3 days long, I don't know, and then it'd be like another 1-2 days travel. So would it be good for us to go? I don't know. It'd be cool to go for the fans and see if Minecon had changed from last year when it was in Vegas, which I think Jordan, Sly, myself, and Max had gone. I don't think Z was there. I don't think James was there, and Spoon wasn't there. So I think it was just that little group. But whatever. So we'll see, I guess. I'm back home to record. Mass Effect 3 DLC came out like last week before we even left. I had no idea. I'm trying to buy it, but EA will not shut up and take my money. Unfortunately, it's kind of annoying. Their servers are under maintenance, or my internet connection just doesn't want me to get it. I have no idea, but I still need to record some other stuff. As it came to the fan meetup and meeting with fans, as I'd kind of touched base on in the We're Going to PAX video, saying like, don't follow us around the whole day. It's cool if you walk up and say hi. It seemed like a couple of fans had just sort of like walked right on by and like waved and like didn't stop. They're like, oh, I don't want to fucking bother them. Like at least I'm sure most of the group feels the same. We don't care if you come up. We don't care if you talk to us for a bit, 15, 20, 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to bug us. And if we have somewhere to go, like I said, we had a bunch of Machinima stuff to do the first day. The second day, we had, I think, a Hawken thing to go to and a Razor thing. And the third day, it was just kind of like nothing, because For example, and I actually came prepared with an example, on the last day when I was at the Realm booth at about 5 p.m., we had the meetup at 5:30. I think like 3 guys had came up and they had seen me there and they were talking and they asked, like, "Is it cool if we talk to you for a bit here?" I was like, "I don't care. We have to go to I have to go to the meetup at 5:30, so if you guys want to come, that's fine, but I don't care if you sit here and talk to me for 20, 30 minutes. Like, if I don't have anything to do and I don't want to go see anything because if like most of the games I had already seen at other conventions, I don't care. Just talk to us. Talk to me, say hi, get whatever, if you want something signed or pictures. It's like, you don't have to feel like you're bothering us. I know some people are like, oh, well, I don't want to bug them, or some people are like, oh, I don't want to go up and say hi because I'm too nervous or whatever. It's like a varying degree of different stances on what people are afraid to do or want to do or whatever, but it was pretty cool. The fan meetup by comparison, we had one for PAX East, and it was relatively small. It was the first convention we had really gone to besides Minecon. We didn't really announce it. It was kind of an impromptu thing that we just tweeted out and said, I don't even know if we made a video, but we had just tweeted it out and whatever. And then the E3 one was pretty big. We made a video. We said we were where we were going to be. There was a lot of W's, like 2. We said where we were going to be. I have to slow down to say that. And whatever. And it's LA, so there's a sizable population there. So that was pretty cool. And then I think we had one RTX. We did have one for RTX. That was a pretty big one too. And it seems like most of them are a little bit bigger than the last one, which is cool. This one we pretty much had like the beginning lobby, just the opening lobby where the convention center is. We had that kind of filled, and we got kind of pushed into a corner. So we didn't get kicked out, and that was great. But I know it's cool. I don't know like what we're going to be doing for Minecon and New York Comic Con, but I'm sure as time goes on, it is the 5th of September. I'm sure as time goes on, we'll figure out what we want to do and what not, and we'll let you guys know. So if you will be at Minecon or New York Comic Con or whatever convention we happen to go to, you will be in the know. Unfortunately, either at the sun's coming in. Either at PAX, I'm either starting to get sick, or it's the transition from Seattle to here, where it's just screwing with my throat because it feels really dry. Denver/Colorado is a pretty dry place, not very humid. Seattle's more wet and cool, and this place isn't wet and cool. It's dry and, whatever. So I'm either getting sick or it's just the transition. So hopefully it's not getting sick, because I just got sick like fucking 2 months ago, like 2 or 3 months ago. I figured my immune system would still be, pretty good. Like every 1 or 2 years I get sick. And I'll take that. That's not bad, but I don't want to get sick twice in 3 months, 4 months. That would suck, because it's really hard to record when you feel like shit and you can't talk. And I can feel it, it's either getting better or it's going to get way worse, which are pretty much just the 2 things that can happen unless it stays for forever. But I digress. So there's a little bit of post-PAX whatever. That'll pretty much be it. I don't think I have anything else really to talk about, but it was a cool convention. To those of you we saw, it was nice seeing you there. To those who want to go to some of the other conventions, hopefully we'll see you there then. But it might be until early next year when PAX East rolls around again that we'll see some of you. So thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later.